Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Real Hacker Hours podcast. This is basically where I just do my normal side work or side project work. I just hit record before I do it. This isn't rehearsed, so you get to see me solve problems in real time that I don't know the solution to, and you're probably going to see a lot of mistakes. So today I'm continuing with Apache volume research, however, taking a different, well, doing a different thing now. So for the last week or so, I've been working on reversing out the functionality between Apache and its modules, how the two interact. And now that I have a really good idea and picture as to how that happens, I'm going to go through and start evaluating individual modules. The end goal is to hopefully write a bunch of fuzzers for a bunch of different modules. But first, I want to start off with reversing some of them. The module that I'm going to start off with reversing is mod proxy UWSGI. Reason for that being is it recently had a buffer overflow vulnerability, so I could potentially leverage that to evaluate my fuzzer for that module to see if it's effective, and then after that I'm probably going to branch off to a bunch of different ones. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at that module and see. First off, where is it? Apache source. Wait, no. Modules. Is there yeah, there's a proxy directory. And let's look through here. We can just ls grep uswgi. Oh, I misspelled it. Cool, so you see that this is here. Let's take a look at that source code file. Okay. About 550 lines, not as bad as I was expecting. Cool, so AP. See here some Apache runtime stuff, some HTTP functionality, and yeah, okay, cool. Let's first take a look at the hook. Oh, let's take a look at the declaration. So this is a bit interesting. So we see here, it has null for the creation and merging functions for both server and directory contexts, and on top of that, it also has null for the function to register options. So there's no configuration with this. Yeah, excuse me, that's burp. Yeah, there's no configuration with options for this module. And looking at the register hooks function, there are only 2 hooks available. So the functionality of this module is just these 2 hooks. Cool, I'm gonna throw this in another tab, that way you can just keep track of that. Only only 2 hooks. Cool. So, okay, moving forward. Let's take a look at looking at this hook scheme. Let's look at this function first. So, okay, cool. So let's look through this here. Gets a request, malix, attempts to decode, create space for state information, create the connection, process the request, send headers, send body. Okay, so looking through this function here, oh yeah. So first off, let's take a step back. What is this? This module acts as a proxy. What is a proxy? Effectively, it's just a middleman between a sender and a receiver. So the functionality we should be expecting it to have effectively is like it gets sent data, basically just forwards it out to somewhere, which that kind of looks like we're seeing right now roughly. And then let's take a look at this function. Canon. I'm not sure, like, the function is like UWSGI canon. I'm not quite sure what the canon means in that context. But yeah. Sport is of size that. Okay. So, what I'm thinking would probably be the best method to do right now is I do not believe mod proxy UWSGI is currently enabled in my Apache build. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that's not where it is. Here it is. No, wait, yeah. I forget what the command is called, but I know it when I'll see it. I'm looking for the, not the command, the option that specifies, oh hey, load this module. Okay, yeah, load module. So let's look for UWSGI. Okay, so we see that the UWSGI module is not currently loaded, so let's change this. Okay, now we edited the config file to enable it. Now, also another thing that we note, there is no configuration abilities from the conf file for this module, so hopefully that's actually on paper. We shouldn't have to do any extra config, I would think. Also, in case you haven't been able to tell, I have never dealt with this module before, so might not be doing this right at the moment. Undefined symbol proxy module. Okay. Let's take a look. Actually, okay. Proxy US. Undefined symbol proxy module. This is line 125, right? Yeah. That's so it's saying that the undefined symbol is proxy module. However, I'm seeing like proxy this module. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Oh wait, no. The issue isn't with the conf. It's when it tries to load this, it doesn't have proxy module. So I'm gonna pause this for a second and just like pull up a mod proxy WSGI setup guide and probably just follow that. Okay, cool. So I got Apache to load. The issue here was it appears that where is our module? Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Our proxy UWSGI module has a dependency that is the proxy module. Yeah, that module has to have this loaded in before it could load this in. And I'm assuming the same goes for like all of the proxy modules. What I did is I pulled up the mod proxy UWSGI page and I saw that, wait a second, it has an option here that it can be configured, yet we saw from the perspective of the actual source code for the module we're looking at that doesn't have any options, so it probably is dealing with another module somewhere. And I put two and two together with this proxy module missing and just guessed that I just had to uncomment that and was correct with that. So now that we're loading that, cool. Let's take a look. Well, sorry, remember, in order to make the following examples, you have to enable mod proxy, and also it says what I just guessed right there. Sometimes it helps to read the docs, guys. With that being said, looks like all we really have to do is just add that simple line. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and edit the conf so that happens. Yeah, let's edit this conf. Proxy pass. Okay, cool. Let's see. What is our current web directory? So I'm just gonna like basically have it map one file to another. Let's do slash. What am I listening to right now? I'm listening to Avenged Sevenfold. Actually, I think I already have something for that band. htdocs. Yeah, I already have something for that. Let's do the song Sidewinder. Touch Sidewinder. Cool. And we're going to do slash Sidewinder redirects to UWSGI. I'm just going to copy this right here. I know right now nothing is currently listening on where we're redirecting it. However, since this is just the proxy, at least right now, I don't think the functionality of where it ends up matters that much. Although it probably does because it expects a reply. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. Cool, let's see if that conf works. Cool, let's... Oh, we have to... Okay, cool. We were able to run it. Now let's see if we can hit... Well, we probably can hit those functions, since the hooks are always called. If, well, not they're always called. If a particular hook type is called, all of the hooks of that type are called. That's what I meant to say. So let's... I could definitely have this scripted out too. Wait a second. Oh, I mistyped that. Cool. Three, 6, 6, 5. Cool. So let's set a breakpoint for UWSGI handler. continue. Let's see if this gets called at all. X sidewinder. Oh, misspelled it. Cool. So when we what's the right term? Yeah, when you send a request to the specific web page that we set a proxy for that this should handle, we see that it did indeed hit the breakpoint, but we saw that when we tried other subsequent other pages that it did not, so that's good. Cool. So let's see. Okay, let's take a look at where is this function again. Here, let's take a look at the source code. So let's just, well, let's see, AP case. Is this some sort of compare? I guess it's a compare. Let's just kind of step through this function in the debugger and see how it matches up with the source code. So let's continue step. Let's go to the first function call. So we were at the Apache something C string case compare, maybe? I'm not sure. It looks like it takes 3 arguments. First one appears to be the local host of where we're redirecting. Second one appears to be the beginning uwsgi:2/, which I believe is 8 bytes. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, it is 8, and the third argument appears to be the size of the comparison. Looking at these two strings, the first 8 bytes appear to be equivalent, so I'm going to guess that this function is going to return true, but let's see. Taken. Cool, so it passed this check notice onto this allocation, something like a malloc, I'm guessing, but I'm not sure what the difference is. Oh, look, probably what it is it's effectively a malloc, but just from this pool. Size of URI. Okay, so it's just allocating a struct dynamically, and then it'll call string length to get the length of the. But let's take a look through here. Getting ahead of myself, not following through the debugger. Cool, so this is mallocing the size of, yeah, that right there, which is OX58. Cool. So we step through, and string length. Okay, so this is getting the length of the URL we're redirecting to. And oh, there's an if then statement here. So if AP module, I'm assuming this is just checking, oh hey, if the version is this, we do this. If not, we do this. Cool. So now we're at here, and it's going to check, wait, what is upath info equals? File name plus 6 plus w length. Okay, this is going to be interesting. X, what is Okay, can you just take a moment to appreciate this line of assembly? Moving RAX into RBP minus 0x38, then moving it directly back. But cool. 0. If it does not equal this delta plus 1. File name. What is... I'm going to disassemble this function real quick so I can see the assembly code. I sped by it too fast. I want to see exactly how it's generating this pointer. What is here? Hmm. 17. What is this? RBP minus 0x38. Let's just look at this string minus 6. Port 4000. Okay. What this might be, looking at our conf file, which is right here, you see that yeah, this right here is the port, so it appears to be looking at that port. Actually, yeah, this is starting to make sense. So looking at this right here, if you actually, yeah, it's effectively trying to this W length, which is set equal to that. That is the length of this part, and this plus 6. I'm not sure which part of this that. Okay. Effectively, what it's probably checking for here is to see if this port right here is the max size it is, and if it is, if the final character is a forward slash. I am not explaining this well. Okay, cool. Our file name, that's a pointer to the start of this string in memory. This W length is a pointer, is the length of all of this stuff, which sets it equal to this section right here. And the plus 6 is just moving it to the theoretical end of that string, since ports only range between like 0 and like 65535 or something like that. Wait a sec. I think I... Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something else that might be relevant, but no. Cool. Moving forward with this, and if it is delta set equal to 1, not really quite sure what that would mean. Unescape URL, so let's continue stepping through. Okay, so looking at this, it's pretty obvious that the argument here is the URL we got passed in, which looking at here. Well, okay, no. It's the end of the argument that we passed, effectively the forward slash at the end. And we see it's URL plus the length of it minus delta, which, what is delta? Delta's either 0 or 1. Okay, cool. I'm guessing what this is going to do is eliminate the forward slash, but let's see. Okay, not quite sure what that did, but let's move on. There's a check if it's able to decode it, and then APR table add subprocess environment path info. I do not know what that does. Let's Google. APR table add. Oh, you know it's good when you Google a function and just some weird websites pop up. Yes, okay. Table is a container of key value pairs. What is it adding? Path info. Subprocess environment. Path info. Okay, is this used later? Yeah, this might be used in some other functionality I'm not aware of. Create space for state information status equals AP proxy. Acquire connection, so it tries to connect out. Let's see if that works. Okay, it appears that push proxy determine connection. So it was able to pass this function. Let's see, determine connection. Get the feeling this check is going to. Oh wait, that didn't make us exit out of the process. Well, not the process, this function. Determine who to connect to. Create space for state information. Determine who to connect to. Make the connection. Okay, so this is where it actually makes the connection. This check is what's probably going to it's probably what's going to cause us to fail this check and go to cleanup, since where we're forwarding that data to, we don't actually have anything listening there. One thing that is I'm seeing like AP proxy connect backend, AP proxy connection create, AP proxy determine connection. I get the feeling that these are functions that are present in mod proxy.so. Let's take a look and see if I am right. Mod proxy. they are not proxy handler. I wonder if, what are these functions called? Connection create. Register hooks. Proxy handler. Inside name map to storage. Pre-config, post-config, child, init. No, I know an easy way I can tell where these functions are being established. I can just check what memory region they're from. They're from a module. Let's see what module. They're from modproxy.so, which is a bit strange since we don't see them referenced at all. What could be happening is there's could be like a macro somewhere that's effectively just aliasing them. Let's check for that. What is this called? It is called AP proxy connection create. Status. Mod proxy. These are modules. Proxy declare. Let's take a look at modproxy.h. Since it's referenced there. Wait, did I get it right? Yeah, modproxy.h. Let's look at this, and then AP proxy connection create. Let's take a look. Okay, so it does declare it here. Make a connection. Create EX. But does it reference it anywhere? Hang on. Okay, so we have the header file which declares it. Wait. But why are we not seeing it actually say, oh hey, this is the code for the function? Include. That looks interesting. Let's take a look at that. There has to be code here that says this is the function. AP proxy. Add optional proxy section post. Is this just a change log? Dude, this looks like a giant change log because it has like version date and then like a comment 2012 2008. Dude, this is just a giant change log, it looks like. Okay, that's interesting. Was not expecting that. So, okay, going back, I want to see if AP you can find AP proxy connection. Well, doesn't really matter for now. We know we can tell here that the function is from modproxy.so. Although, actually, modproxy.c connection. Let's see, there's probably a AP declare optional. Okay, I'll look through mod proxy dot later. I'm not reversing. I'm getting too sidetracked. Cool. So looking through here, what do we see? Where were we again? AP proxy connect to backend. Oh yeah, this function. Pretty sure we're gonna fail this since it won't be able to connect. Not taken. Okay. Oh yeah. Here we are. Failed to make a connection to backend. Failed to make a connection to backend. So we did actually fail that check as expected since we don't have anything there to connect to it. Then it processes the request and then cleanup. Okay, cool. So what do we? So looking at this functionality that we have here, effectively just looks like it looks at the URL that we're connecting to, goes through the process of making a connection to it, has it, and then just make sure it can receive data back, and then just processes it using AP proxy. Wait, where is it? Create AP setup client block. And send headers, send body, send response. What is this? Let's take a look at this function right here. APR table get. This is not a security mechanism. Oh, a security problem Linux is. Okay. So this is where it actually sends the headers, sends the body. How does it actually send the body? UWSGI send. Okay, cool. So yeah, uses this function to send. Let's actually see how this function sends data. Send, it probably just like wraps like this APR socket send. So it uses just whatever the socket send functionality in the Apache runtime is. Cool. And then what is UWSGI? What is this? UWSGI response. APR brigade create brigade get line. Okay, what I'm thinking off the top of my head, what this function is probably responsible for is I'm looking through it to confirm, but with the proxy, you get a response that it has to pass. It has to send that response and then, or not that response, the request to wherever, whatever server is listening, and then get its response and pass it back to the sender. I believe that this is responsible for getting that response and sending it back to the sender. No, is there like there's a UWSGI send. Is there one for like receive? Nope. There is a Apache portal runtime socket send. Does not appear to be like another APR socket function, which is interesting. How is it reading data? Let's see, get line, buffer. Where's buffer being established? Wait, RP. What is RP? Make fake request. Okay. Internal. Okay. PR Brigade. I'm just reading through here. You know what? It's been 40 minutes. I'm going to cut it off here. See you later.